Please subscribe, follow and like engineeringall.com. In this video, we will be discussing about how glass blowing works, equipment used in glass blowing, and mechanisms of glass blowing. Glass blowing is a career aspect of bioengineering and most especially for biomedical engineers. Glass blowing is a technique that is used to shape glass since the earliest century, seeing as glass is made up of virtually daily materials used, ranging from glasswares used in the house, glass cups, etc. to glass windows or doors. Glass is a transparent solid that is usually resistant to chemicals. This is used for practical purposes, decorative purposes, and technological purposes, which all point to the fact that glass is made up of virtually all materials. Silicate glass is the type of glass commonly used. The glass blowing technique is when molten glass is collected on equipment known as the blowpipe and a kind of glass bubble forms which can then be molded into glassware depending on the purpose it's intended for. A glassblower is referred to the person who does the glass blowing. Equipment used in glass blowing. The equipment used in glass blowing depends on the type of glassware to be made, therefore, not all equipment is important or necessary in making a type of glassware, but some of this equipment is of high importance and are necessary regardless of the type of glassware to be made. The equipment to be used can also depend on the experience of the glassblower, as a high experience glassblower has good knowledge and expertise of the equipment, hence the more the equipment to be used compared to a glassblower that is not so experienced. Furnace. This is the source of heat for the glass with about a temperature of 2000 degrees. This is where the glass that has been gathered is heated to become molten. Benches. This is the working space of the glassblower and it's made of either wood or metal or a mixture of both. Yokes. This is built in front of the furnace and it's made to hold the glass pipe on which the glass is gathered so as to give it support. Annuller. This helps in making sure the final glass formed cools down slowly to prevent it from shattering. If there is no annuller, the glass will quickly cool down, hence resulting in shattering. So this is very important in glass blowing and necessary equipment. Blocks. This is used for shaping the glass that has been gathered on the glass pipe to prepare it for further shaping. Blowpipe. Blowpipes are metals that have a mouthpiece on one end and the other end for the molten glass to be gathered. The side with the mouthpiece is used to blow air into the glass and inflate the glass. Torches. This can be used as an alternative to a furnace but is preferable for working on a small scale. The heat of the torches can be used to soften the glass. Jack. Jack is a pair of metal blades that has a curved handle. It's used to shape the glass as it's being rotated on the bench. Jack can also serve several purposes like widening the opening of glassware or removing glass from the blowpipe. Paddle. A paddle can be used to form the bottom of glassware. The glass is pressed on the paddle to create a flat surface. Crimp. This is made of metal and it's used to decorate and give texture to the glass. There are different shapes and different patterns available depending on the choice of the glassblower. Pyrometer. This is used to record the temperature of the annuller and furnace. It's to see if they are in the right temperature for the glass blowing. Other equipments are Talia, tweezers, Soffietta, Parcho FFI. This equipment depends on the level of expertise of the glassblower. Safety glass. This is used to protect the eyes from the dangers of glass blowing because glass blowers are prone to shattering glass, entering and damaging the eyes, and also strong light. Mechanism of glass blowing. The furnace is heated to a temperature of 2000 degrees and a pyrometer is used to check if the temperature is already set to the desired temperature. The glass is then put into the furnace to make it molten. Thereafter, using a blowpipe, the molten glass is gathered on one end of the blowpipe. Next, the molten glass is rolled on a flat surface called the marver. This marver is used to control the shape of the glass. The glass is then taken forth and back from the marver to the furnace. To give the glass color, it is dipped in a crushed colored glass which glues to the glass due to its hot state. This is then rolled on the marver again. The other end of the blowpipe, which is the mouthpiece, is blown into to give the glass shape. This is done while also rotating the glass. The jack is then used to remove the glass from the blowpipe. This is then taken to the inhaler, which helps to slowly cool down the glass. Glass blowing art is important, especially in the laboratory where different types of glassware are being used. But then they are also helpful in creating different glasswares needed for daily purposes like glass windows and light bulbs. Glass blowing can also be used to create some glasswares for research purposes, and glass blowing has even advanced into the fiber.
For watching, please hit the red button to subscribe for more videos. Please follow and like engineeringall.com in all social media.